Oh.
Whoops.
Yeah, we'll leave that in. Right, welcome everyone.
That's perfect timing.
That's a perfect way to start the show anyway. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I'm joined by Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Nice one for coming on, mate. And Connor from the Cop Council. Thank you very much for taking the time out today, lads. And everyone at home, hopefully you're all keeping safe and well and really just looking after each other in any way. But it's absolutely chocker, boys, isn't it? It's roasting. The weather's. I've just been in my garden. How are you been handling the heat at the minute?
It's too warm. Like, honestly, like, just recorded by you now, I am boiling. But yeah, like, I think I said this on Doug's video like a couple of days ago. Bring back snow, like, please. Like heavy snow, like, please. Like, I love snow, I love winter, but yeah, it is absolutely cooking right now.
No. This is my favorite season is summer. So in my opinion, no. I actually like sunshine. I don't mind rain. It's basically wind I don't like. But no, to be honest with you, I was out earlier when it actually was very, very warm. But it's been lovely weather. It's just a pity that it's obviously come during obviously lockdown, etc. But having said that, I am enjoying the weather, but sleeping at night's been a bit difficult, I think.
Yeah, nice one, lads. And everyone, let us know how you've been combating the heat. If you've been having water coolers in the back garden, having a nice chilled beer anyway in the garden and in your house or whatever. Let us all know what you've been up to, and hopefully you're all keeping safe, everyone. But we've got a packed show for you, everyone. We're going to be talking a bit about Ramos, Harvey Elliott. I think Connor, he's read up on the story. I asked him, and it's a cracking story he's going to tell you about good old Harvey Elliott anyway. But yeah, it's him snubbing Ramos. Got that one on today. And then obviously we got Jurgen Klopp on his talks on what Liverpool's preparation is for this for an upcoming game against Everton. I've got his latest quotes from LFC.com anyway. Dembele as well, we'll talk about him. The new transfer rumour that is surfaced over the last 24 hours anyway. He's an absolute nightmare to play against on FIFA, and he's an absolute nightmare to play against in real life. And he's a good player, but I think we'll get stuck in that in a little brief second. But lads, to kickstart the episode and everyone at home, let us know. Steven Gerrard, he was 40 years old yesterday. So to commemorate that anyway, Stevie G, happy birthday, lads, from all three of us and all the Reds around the world anyway. But what is, I'm asking every single one of you at home as well, what's your favourite? And then not let you pick the Champions League final and the FA Cup. They're two of his biggest occasions as a footballer. You can't pick them in the conversation below, but make it a bit more interesting. For me, lads, we'll start with Connor. If you had to pick Stevie G's, for you personally as a fan growing up, what was your best moment of Stevie G?
Now it's hard to see because
something that stands out in your mind. It doesn't have to be a big one or just.
It's, to be fair, like the two major ones are, of course, obviously the Champions League and the FA Cup. For me, I think 2008, 2009, that season where I think he had like something like ridiculous, like 16 goals and like 15 assists in that season with Torres. That was phenomenal. Of course, the hat-trick against Everton at Anfield, that was very nice as well. But one memory that sticks into my mind was back in 2008-9, and I believe we were playing Middlesbrough, and we went 1-0 down. And I believe Jamie Carragher, made it 1-1, and I think it was literally in the last couple of seconds, and it was just one of those situations where you could tell Liverpool were going to get a goal, but they didn't know how to. And yet again, Stevie G, just popping out of nowhere and just whipping in the top corner to win it, 2-1. And the whole of Anfield, I remember watching the game and the whole of Anfield just erupted. And it's games like that Stevie G was known for. Of course, in his later Liverpool career, he did go further down the field and then go in defensive midfielder and things like this. But he was always the one that you could rely on for a goal or an assist. And I think that was crucial for Liverpool, back in, 2010 and things like this, because we all know the sad days. But, Gerrard was just that one piece of light that was like very, very nice. But yeah, that for me, like late goals for Stevie G and, him popping out of nowhere, for me was probably like what my best memories of him anyway.
Yeah, spot on there, lad. Doug, I'll let you know. I think Connor's already mentioned it anyway. One of my highlights. It was a Gerrard hat-trick against Everton. Lucky enough, I was lucky to have gone to that. It was my very first derby that I ever went to, and what a derby to go to. And it was remarkable. I think it was only one of the only very few, is the only player to ever score a hat-trick against Everton. I think it might have been him and Rush. The only players. Let us know in the comment section below anyway. But I think he might have been one of the, especially in a derby. Doug, your special moment to Stevie G.
Well, I'm glad Connor didn't mention it, but my favourite memory from Stevie G, probably, other than the Champions League final and the FA Cup final, was him kissing the badge at Old Trafford and then kissing the camera when he scored that penalty. When he scored the penalty against Manchester United, it was absolutely. It was just typical Stevie G. And he could have had a hat-trick at Old Trafford as well in the 2013-2014 season. He had 3 penalties and he scored 2 of them. So, but yeah, Connor's right. How many times did he score so many late goals for us? I mean, obviously, we can obviously remember him scoring in his last ever appearance for Liverpool in a 6-1 defeat, obviously. So you'll always remember for that. But just before like goals and cheeky wee moments, he loved kissing that camera. He always looked for that inside camera anytime he would score at Old Trafford. That was Stevie G down to a T. But so many other goals that you could probably mention. I mean, obviously the Manchester United one at Anfield sticks in my mind. The long ranger, absolute beauty of a strike. How many free kicks did he score as well? Scored a free kick against Man United, scored a free kick against Arsenal. Boy, there's so many memories. But the games at Old Trafford, the ones where we won in that luminous grey kit, that's always going to be remembered as our worst ever selling kit as well. But no, I think Gerrard memories for me was definitely the Old Trafford games.
Yeah, spot on about the camera there. Like, when you mention it,
I tell you, like one as well was the Real Madrid second leg at Anfield. That was a true like leader's performance. Like that game, we just absolutely battered them, and I think when they favourites for the Champions League that year as well, somewhere near around it.
Happy birthday, Diarra. It was Lassana Diarra's birthday on that day as well. I seem to remember because Gerrard absolutely tore Diarra to shreds. And I just remember that I can just remember the crossbeam from Ryan Babel, and then Gerrard just comes onto it and it smashes it past Casillas. Brilliant.
That was a mad week of football, wasn't it, everyone? As Dossena got back-to-back goals against... I know we talk about Stevie G, but Dossena had the week of his life for Liverpool. Like, I think he was probably like, well, what am I doing here? Scored against Man United and Real. But yeah, no, spot on there, lads. As you've already mentioned, I think everyone can agree at home. He just dragged Liverpool through games, didn't he? Like for years. I just wish. Imagine if Steven Gerrard was in this current crop of Liverpool's players now. Imagine that him surrounded by Firmino, Salah, but Mane, Van Dijk behind him. A little sprinkle of Steven Gerrard in that team. I think we'd literally win every single league title.
Can I just say something? how the hell did Steven Gerrard not win the PFA Player of the Year in 2008-2009 when Ryan Giggs got it?
Yeah.
That's Fergie's United, isn't it? That's what it stands for, FA. Fergie's Association. But yeah, no, he got absolutely robbed that season. Don't get me wrong, Man United probably won the season that season, didn't he? Anyway, but it's Fergie with his men in the FA anyway. But didn't want Stevie D to win that. You see, remember, we all, back in the quote, Ferguson was so bitter against... He probably admired him with Steven Gerrard anyway, but the one player that always eluded every manager in Europe was Gerrard. And that just shows how, obviously, Mourinho tried to sign him at Chelsea, when he moved to Real as well, when the Galacticos were signing Kaká and everyone left, right and centre. Gerrard, we all know the story when he thought about leaving, but Carragher said it already anyway in Sky and that. But what a man, what a player as well. I'm just so proud he played for our football club. And but yeah, we'll go. Everyone, let us know your favourite Steven Gerrard moments in the comment section below. Lads have mentioned some absolute crackers, but for me, mine was the Gerrard against the Ev. Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. 3 goals against him. But we'll go straight on to, obviously, we'll move on to the Dembele rumours now, everyone. I think the lads have done their episodes on that anyway, so make sure you do head over to their channels. I'll leave all the links in the description anyway, in terms of the latest rumour. Everyone, let us know your thoughts at home. Would you like to see Dembele at Liverpool? For me, just before we were off air anyway, before we come on, I think me and Doug were mentioning he's very injury prone. Doug, for me and Connor, I reckon everyone at home, I think Dortmund absolutely caught Barcelona with the pants down anyway with that transfer, in terms of the amount of money they paid for him. Don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic young player with a great future, but the sheer amount of money Barca paid for Dembele, I think. Doug, what do you reckon? Are you a fan of this rumour or not?
No, I'm sorry. I just think it's all paper talk, to be honest. But I am led to believe that apparently Barcelona are wanting £40 million for Dembele. Now, that would be a £95 million loss, because obviously Barcelona paid Dortmund, I think it was 135 million or something along those lines. So for them to be basically wanting £40 million just shows how much of a flop this guy has been at Barcelona. And he will always be remembered for the guy that, had he probably scored that 4th goal in the new camp, everyone would be like, oh, this isn't happening. Liverpool are never coming back from 4 goals down. But no, he's too injury prone for me. His attitude stinks as well. Like, he's been turning up to training late. He even had sort of verbals with a couple of Dortmund players when he was at Dortmund as well. See, that's a guy that looks like a troublemaker to me, and I don't think Klopp will want anything to do with him, even though he is a fan of him. But I think the late nights, late turning up to training, obviously injury prone as well, I just don't think that sticks in the Liverpool minds, and I think it'd be a signing that would definitely divert the fans as well.
Connor?
Yeah, I agree with Doug. I think this is paper talk. I think, of course, everyone knows the rumours with Timo Werner, and that's been explained already, I think, on all of our channels. And I think that, the player Dembele, yes, I would love the player himself, like his playing ability, but it's like Doug said, like off the field antics, you just don't want that around this Liverpool side. This Liverpool side is built on team spirit and morale, and I do believe if Dembele was to come to Liverpool, then he would definitely lower that. What I've been reading as well, and other bits and pieces as well, apparently Barcelona are very much in trouble with player transfers. Now, I said this to Doug quite a lot, but it's apparently they are in very, very, very much trouble. Apparently they're meant to be taking a huge amount of losses on Dembele, Coutinho, apparently as well they want to get rid of Griezmann. So, Barcelona are going to want to, offload these players because I believe as well, I think this was last season, before the FFP, books closed or something like that, they sold Sillerson to Valencia for, I think it was like £32 million. And then, because then it ticked over on the books, then they bought Neto for the exact same price. So, they are trying, all ways to try and work around FFP. And, as we've seen with Manchester City, it doesn't work. It quite clearly does not work, and they will get caught up. So, and apparently as well, they want Neymar as well. So, they might have to sell literally every single valuable player they have to bring Neymar to Barcelona. But in terms of Liverpool, yeah, I just don't think Dembele will ever become a Liverpool player, even though, he is at the right age to try and progress. But yeah, just injury problems and off the field antics. Yeah, he's never going to become a Liverpool player.
Yeah. Everyone, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And the lads have hit the nail on the head as always in terms of injury prone. He's been in and out, attitude problems. I don't think he'd very much settle at Anfield. I know the lads have mentioned. I think, but why would you want to bring Connor and Doug to it? We wouldn't want to bring that type of character into the changing rooms, I don't think. Don't get me wrong, I think Klopp's a very firm believer in if you're good enough, you can play for the club, but he always examines players by attitude as well and their values as an individual. And I think him coming to Liverpool, I can't say everyone, but Connor, we're going to the Harvey Elliott snub with Ramos. Connor, if you want to talk about that, it was telling me just before we off air, I absolutely love this. You'll all enjoy this.
Yeah, so this morning, of course, when we're recording this on Sunday. This morning there were rumours coming out about an interview that Harvey Elliott did. And practically what he was saying was he rejected Real Madrid just before he joined Liverpool. And apparently as well, the owner or the president of Real Madrid wanted him to go and meet Sergio Ramos. And practically what he said was, no, I don't like Sergio Ramos for what he did to Mohamed Salah. Now, for me, that's a cult hero type vibe of Harvey Elliott. And of course, we all love him. I know Mickey is a huge fan of Harvey Elliott. He's even said to me, he is the most talented player I think I've ever seen come through the ranks. But yeah, it's a funny story, to be fair. And guys, let us know in the comment section as well. Do you love Harvey Elliott even more now? But yeah, that's practically all the story is. And he just told Real Madrid to go and, stick one. I'm going to go and join Liverpool.
Yeah, that's quality, that. Doug, as Connor said, then Mickey, I think Mickey's probably his biggest fan. And I think I can't wait for this lad to start playing first team football. Obviously, I think when he just gets thrust into the limelight. But that's he shows he's got a bit of attitude, and obviously he's not. We're talking about Dembele then with a poor attitude, but I think sometimes you do kind of need what Harvey Elliott got. He's not a cocky, arrogant type. People from the outside might see that and look at him, but I think he's quite level-headed, and when he's come to Liverpool, he's kept his head down really in terms of off the field. There's been a couple of videos where he's got caught out and wrongly he apologised for them anyway. But I think he's a player with a lot of potential, and there's that little inkling of his attitude. Really, do you like that? From what
100%, 100%, and 100% cult hero already. Basically telling Real Madrid to basically go back to France or go back to Spain. But no, I absolutely love the fact that he's basically said no to Real Madrid for basically what Ramos did to Salah. That instantly says to me that he's a Liverpool fan. But Harvey Elliott, I actually think this season or next again season, I think he will get major first team opportunities. I think he might play in the Carabao Cup. I think he might play in like the FA Cup, maybe even some Champions League games. I think Harvey Elliott is the real deal. And for a player who's 17?
Yeah, 17,
Yeah.
18,
17? 17. He is going to be some player. So, no, Harvey Elliott. I'm just excited what he's going to bring to the table now. Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, I've just checked
really
then.
Excited.
Yeah, just checked then. Sorry, lad. 17 years old. Oh, 2003 he was born.
Wow.
That makes everyone feel young.
Yeah. 4th of April 2003. Wow. That makes me feel old. I'm only 20. I'm 25 this year, but I tell you.
So he was born 11 years after me. Jesus Christ.
Grandpa.
I wish. Yeah, I wish it was as good as Harvey Elliott talk about for Liverpool, but never happened. In my dreams, maybe, but yeah, that's. I just thought everyone would enjoy that story. I kind of like that. The way he said that to Ramos and Real Madrid stuff one really. And we'll just talk about Karius in a little second, everyone, to end the show. But we'll just use this tweet. I was bringing it up now. Everyone, apologies. This comes from Jurgen Klopp, anyways, from Liverpool Echo anyway. Klopp talks restart. Jurgen Klopp has detailed how his Liverpool sides are preparing for the derby clash with Everton, which could take place next month under the Project Restart plans. Speaking to LFC.com anyway, we don't have to be match fit now. We try with it increasing intensity day by day, but we have to be fit on the 19th or 20th, whichever day they will give us against Everton. I think that's the moment, and when we want to be 100% that time, it's round about 3 weeks until then. That's good. We want us to be that, and we will be in our pre-season. How I said, we'll be expecting a long break in between the seasons, so this is a very important period for us. We had 9 weeks without football training, without training in our lives since we've played footy pretty much. That's a different, but increasing as well. We enjoy the situation, and that's really all good, and it makes all the difference for us, to be honest, to come together and to have 4 or to 2 or 3 together and get weeks together to get in contact with each other and get that chemistry back together anyway as a playing squad. And as I said, as Jürgen just said then, Connor, you just need to really get up to match fitness, and Jürgen just said then it will take a couple of weeks until it's. I think everyone, if you let us know your thoughts on the Bundesliga. I didn't watch Dortmund's game today. Is their fitness in general the German teams you're seeing there? Start with Doug. When you've been watching the German footy, it's been a bit slow, hasn't it? It looks like a training ground game.
It's been very, very interesting to see which teams are actually fit, which teams are not. One of the teams that I could probably shout out is Schalke. Look at how their form has deteriorated. Basically, like obviously before this all happened. Before the turn of the year, they were doing very, very well. I think they had like 6 wins out of their last 10. It's now 1 win and 11 for David Wagner. And I'm led to believe that there's intensifying rumours that David Wagner could be set to lose his job as Schalke manager. But no, I actually think it's the big teams are doing very, very well. Obviously, your Bayerns, your Dortmunds, obviously Leverkusen, Mönchengladbach. Okay, Leverkusen lost 4-1 to Wolfsburg, which was an absolute shock. There's no doubt about it. But you're seeing which teams are really, really fit. Like I said, the main protagonists really are the ones that are getting fit. But yeah, it just feels like a training game. It feels like a friendly. It's not great to watch either. And I think the lack of atmosphere is definitely one that's really, really telling as well. It's very, very weird not seeing obviously fans in the stadium. But yeah, I would describe watching the Bundesliga at the moment as more of a training ground match, probably / friendly match.
Yeah, spot on there. Connor, as Jürgen just said in the quotes, then do you reckon it probably will take a couple of weeks until we do see the best of Liverpool? in terms of even if we do being worse, we do lose a game. It's not above the realms of possibility that we do lose games anyway. Obviously, I think everyone will be affected in terms of the fitness levels, but can you see, as Doug said then, in a similar run of form like a Schalke with Liverpool or any other the big teams in English football?
I think the big teams, I think they'll be fine. I think that, like Doug said, in the Bundesliga, they've been okay, and now they're progressing up through match fitness and that. For me, like the first 2 weeks of the Bundesliga returning, it was like watching preseason games and watching, the teams get back to full fitness and things like this. But I believe that Liverpool are probably going to be the best out of, all the rest of the Premier League because, of course, like we've seen the Zoom videos, we've seen, them keeping up to date with one another on a daily occurrence. Apparently, I believe in Harvey Elliott's, daily vlog thing. He said that, you have to report into the sport psychiatrist or the sport people every single day and have a log of it. So they have been keeping it up and things like that. And it's like what Jurgen said in the quote. Probably teams are not going to have as much as a long period off the season now. They're probably going to have maybe 2-3 weeks, and then maybe next season might go back ahead. But it'd be interesting. I think your cat is.
yeah. Carry on speaking, like everyone else is watching. Then let the cat out. Carry on talking.
Yeah, the guys, the cat is literally like Jack's enemy in these videos. But yeah, Jurgen Klopp this season, of course, he's been. I think everyone at Liverpool, they're focused mainly on fitness and making sure that everyone is fit and available. Because now, of course, we've got Alisson back. We've got pretty much a full squad, I think, apart from Shaqiri, but. I think that's to be determined, but Liverpool. I believe Liverpool will be fine. I think Liverpool will be on it from the get-go. They look intense in training already, which looks very, very good. So it'll be interesting to see where they are. But when the Merseyside derby comes along, I am very confident Liverpool will be able to smash the Toffees to pieces at Goodison if it does go ahead at Goodison.
Absolute natural, everyone, wasn't he? He carried on. He was like he was on Sky Sports. Legends. I'm going to leave that bit in anyway. That's how this show goes anyway.
The funniest thing was I did say your cat is the most evilest person for these videos.
Yeah. No, Chili. That's my little cat anyway. Times it perfectly. Press record, and when I'm on with the lads, I'll probably make a news. It's probably got its own Twitter account and everything by this time anyway. But yeah, I think that's it, everyone. I think in terms of let us all know your thoughts. So everyone in the comment section below, make sure you do get involved. Your favourite Steven Gerrard moments. You can include the Champions League and the FA Cup. It's basically his 2 finals, but your favourite moments as a fan on the commemorating his 40th birthday anyway. Dembele rumours, everyone. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll leave the links to the lads' channels anyway for their videos, cracking content anyway. So make sure you do head over there, get involved with all their videos anyway. The Ramos snub on Harvey Elliott snub on Sergio Ramos anyway. And in terms of that as well, and Jurgen Klopp on the restart anyway. I think in the next episode, I think we will go more into Loris Karius as well, everyone. Would have included that in today's episode, but I think 30 minutes is right about time anyway. But nice one, Doug and Connor, for coming on, lads.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, nice one,
Thank
lads. I'll leave the links to the lads' channels in the comment section below. Anyway, make sure you head over there and subscribe and get involved in every single one of their bit of videos. Anyway, he's going live soon. Anyway, lads, so the lads can jump on. He's doing any live shows in the future.
Potentially, let's just say that. There's no promise with YouTube. It's like potentially. It's a potential.
Yeah. No, but nice one for taking the time out today, lads. Anyway, for coming on. Thank you every single one of you for watching. Absolute legends, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode on the videos anyway. But As always, lads, keep safe and well, and huge thank you to all the NHS workers, key workers, and everyone around the world combating day to day against COVID-19. As always, keep safe, lads, and you'll never walk alone. Ta-da.